permit, we'll take you out live to Ball Arena for the last 2 minutes of the Jazz and the Nuggets. We'll also get you back out to more fourth quarter action between the Warriors and Timberwolves. But first, let's go in depth with this Draymond Green news that came out just before the game tonight. Green will be out for at least the next 2 weeks after it has been determined that that sore left calf that has been costing him time is actually tied to an issue with a disc in his lower back. Sunday night, tonight, is the 6th straight game that he missed if you include the 7 seconds he played in Klay's debut last Sunday. So Klay is out, as you mentioned. Heisman's still not ready. There is a lack, for a team that is arguably the most talented in the NBA, the one weakness in their roster construction is a lack of depth in their front court.
And health, right? That's what has seen them come to this point the last couple of years, is the fact that they've been dealing with some significant injuries. And this one is a really concerning one. I mean, you have to be really careful. Anytime you hear the word nerve with a player, that's something that really does make you a little bit hesitant. And so you just hope through rehab they're able to solve this. It is nothing that we want to speculate about, but listen, it is a concern for the Warriors moving forward, because the reality is without him, they really have no chance when you look at that Western Conference. He is so important to them, especially with this group, because they do tend to play small, and he allows them to play that way because of his impact defensively.
Yeah, and defensively, you're talking about a guy who's probably the front runner right now for Defensive Player of the Year. And not that the award is the big picture here, but you see his impact on a team that is arguably the best defensive team in basketball. And then on the offensive end, he leads the team in assists. He is truly the point guard, the initiator of their offense that allows Steph Curry to do so many of the fun things that we see him do on a nightly basis.
Yeah, and there's nobody else like him, you know, in terms of the makeup of their team and the way they play. He creates so many easy opportunities for Steph. He'll create them for Klay as well, for Poole, for Wiggins. And, you know, as a secondary ball handler, when you get him weak side, there's just really probably nobody better in the league at basically making that a transition opportunity, a 2-on-1 or a 2-on-2. He tends to always make the right read, and he's so vital in that regard as well. To your point, like statistically, it doesn't always show, but his impact is monumental for this team. And so not having him out there, you can see it even tonight. They struggle for stretches to score the basketball and also defend it. And you know, it's going to be a challenge for them and Steve Kerr moving forward. But more importantly, big picture, you want to make sure those guys are right as we get ready to go down the home stretch.
Real quick, I want to get your take on the role here of Jonathan Kuminga, who has been playing more minutes, had an outstanding game the other night against the Bulls, playing pretty good again tonight. Steve Kerr has been very hesitant to give him too much praise without also matching that with criticism. I think we are seeing what Steve Kerr is trying to do, that a guy that fell in the draft, many thought he could be one of the top players draft class. The Warriors got a steal by him slipping to them. How much is going to be expected out of a rookie for a team that wants to win a championship this year?
Well, that's the question. Not a lot. I mean, I think everything he gives them is a bonus. And it's not that he isn't playing well. It's just that typically when you're that kind of a talent, you're playing a lot because you're on a bad team. Well, he's on a situation where, as a really talented player, he's playing every minute of meaningful basketball. They're not out there to develop him. So that's a challenge for him as a young player, because you saw it last year with James Wiseman. Like, he didn't get the opportunity to really play through his mistakes because they're trying to win, and it's going to be a similar dynamic with him. Having said that, though, he's shown some serious flashes for them, and with these injuries, he is going to be very valuable. His athleticism and also being mentored by Draymond, I think, will be helpful for him. But big picture, he's just not going to be ready to impact the game the way you're going to need when you're talking about winning in the postseason.